Good afternoon po, Director Vincito. We have a forum na po. Would you like to start the meeting?
Yes, please. Okay.
Good afternoon to all the DICT faculty members and the back secretariat. Welcome to the 19th online meeting of the DICT faculty. Today is April 27, 2026. We would like to inform everyone that this meeting is being recorded for documentation purposes. For the forum, we would like to acknowledge and put on record the presence of our honorable DICT faculty members. The end user provisional member is Mr. Rafael L. Olivar. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone po.
We also have the regular member, Director Liza M. Ravenna. Good afternoon, ma'am. And this meeting is being presided over by the Vice Chairperson, Director Mark Decker M. Bencito. Good afternoon again, sir. With the presence of the back members mentioned, the back secretariat confirms the presence of a quorum. To proceed, shown on the screen is the proposed agenda for today's meeting. We have one agenda. It is the pre-bid conference for the project supply and delivery of deployable land mobile radio or LMR gateway for government emergency communication systems urgent. With the presented agenda, Mr. Chair, may we get approval of the back, please?
Nag-move ba yung slide?
Mr. Chair, motion to approve the posted agenda sa Vice Chair. Thank you.
Any second? Hello? Hearing no objection, the agenda is approved. Thank you.
This is noted po, Mr. Vice Chair. With your permission po, maybe request to admit the other end user representatives, the technical working group members, and the prospective bidders for this project.
Please proceed. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Am I coming clear po? Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. And to present po yung details ng I would like to request. Yes po.
Apologies po, Mr. Oliver. We are still waiting po for the prospective bidder to join the meeting po.
Again, ma'am, medyo nag-choppy lang po. Ayun lang.
Sir, we are waiting po for the prospective bidder to join this conference po. As of now po, yung kinokontak pa po natin sila.
Okay po. Sige.
Thank you.
Hello, Backsec.
Yes po, Mr. Vice Chair.
Wala tayong bidder.
Hindi po tayong bidder, Mr. Vice Chair, na register po, na nag-register for the pre-bid conference today. But ano po, as of now po, kinokontak pa po natin sila to join the meeting. Pero a while ago po, na-inform na po sila. One po yung nag-register.
Ilan sila? Ilang
Isa po.
bidder? Isa lang.
Meron po tayo isang bidder na nag-register.
Sige, kindly contact. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all the other end user representatives, technical working group members, and to our prospective bidder. Welcome to the pre-bid conference for the project supply and delivery of deployable land mobile radio LMR gateway for the JEC Government Emergency Communication System, or JECS. Please be informed that this meeting is being recorded for documentation purposes. Furthermore, in the interest of transparency and pursuant to Section 38 of RA 12009, a copy of this recording will be uploaded to the DICT's official YouTube channel. You may visit the Department of ICT Philippines channel on YouTube. Thank you. For proper identification, may we request all of the prospective bidder to kindly introduce yourself and please state the company, your name and the company you're representing.
Good afternoon. This is Dave Po de la Torre of Azimuth Corp.
Thank you, Sir Dave. Good afternoon po. And for the record, we would like to acknowledge and put on record the presence of our provisional member, Director Terry Bomolo. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello po ba? Hello back, Chair. Good afternoon.
With your permission, Mr. Vice Chair, we will now proceed to present the presentation materials for this project.
Please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you po, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair. Ms. Cheryl, you may proceed. Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon po. I'm Rafael Olivar po, end user ng project. And please, Mr. Chair, allow Miss Christine to present the details of the project.
Sir,
Backsec, please proceed.
yes po. Mr. Vice Chair, may we request for the presentation first of the back secretariat before po we proceed with the end users presentation.
All right. Backsec first. Thank you.
Ay, shit. Ay, wala na lang.
Good afternoon to everyone. The DICT now invites speech for the project supply and delivery of deployable land mobile radio LMR gateway for the Government Emergency Communication System, (GECS), with bid reference number DICT-2026-026, with an approved budget for the contract of 6,352,500 pesos. Points of discussion.
Hello, Backsec.
Mr. Vice, apologies po. Meron lang pong issue sa connection. We're trying to reconnect po and ayun po. Okay.
Okay.
Apologies po again.
Yes, the invitation to bid for the project was posted on April 20, 2026 on the following site, and PhilJEP's website, the ICT website, e-procurement website, and the ICT bulletin board. Invitation to observers for the Prebid conference were sent on April 21, 2026 to the following: Commission on Audit, Chief Information Officers Forum Foundation, Institute of Electronics Engineer, and Philippine Computer Society. The provisional member and user representative to the ICT PAC for this project is Mr. Rafael L. Olivar, Chief Disaster Risk Reduction Management Division. Prospective bidder which registered for today's Prebid conference is Azimuth Corporation. House rules: everyone is encouraged to make clarification, identify and name the name of company before raising a question. Limit questions to details of the procurement at hand. The DICT BAC shall award the contract to the bidder with the lowest calculated responsive bid. Instruction to bidders, bidding requirements. The bidding for the project shall be governed by all provisions of RA 12009. Any amendments made to the IRR and other GPPB issuances shall be applicable only to the ongoing posting, advertisement, or IB by the BAC through the issuance of supplemental or bid bulletin. The bidder, by the act of submitting its bids, shall be deemed to have verified and accepted the general requirements of this project, including the factors that may affect the cost, duration, and execution or implementation of the contract, project, or work, and examine all instructions, forms, terms, and project requirements in the bidding documents. Instructions to bidders: corrupt, fraudulent, collusive, and coercive practices. The procuring entity, as well as the bidders and suppliers, shall observe the highest standards of ethics during the procurement and execution of the contract. They or the through agent shall not engage in corrupt, fraudulent, collusive, coercive, and obstructive practices as defined by RA 12009 or other integrity violations in competing for the project. Conflict of interest: all bidders found to have conflicting interests shall be disqualified to participate in the procurement at hand, without prejudice to the imposition of appropriate administrative, civil, and criminal sanctions. Conflict of interest: all bidding documents shall be accompanied by an omnibus sworn statement of the bidder that it is not related by consanguinity or affinity up to the third level to the whole procurement agent, if engaged, the head of the Procurement Management Office or the PMO, the end user or the implementing unit, or any members of the Bids and Awards Committee, Technical Working Group, and BAC Secretariat. Conflict of interest: as to the bidder shall also disclose the ultimate beneficial ownership of an entity. Failure to comply shall be a ground for the automatic disqualification of the bid in consonance with Section 59 of the IRR. Eligible bidders: only bids of bidders found to be legally, technically, and financially capable will be evaluated. Foreign ownership limited to those allowed under the rules may participate in this project. C. GOCCs may be eligible to participate only if they can establish that they are legally and financially autonomous, B, operate under commercial law, and C, are not attached agency of the procurement entity. D, the bidder must have completed within the period of 3 years from the submission of the bid unless a short period is indicated in the invitation to bid and BDS, a single largest completed contract or SLCC that is similar to the procurement project to be bid, and whose value must be equivalent to the at least 50% of the agency, ABC, adjusted to the current prices using Philippine Statistics Authority, PSA, consumer price indices. F. The bidder must submit a computation of his net financial contracting capacity or NFCC, which must be at least or equal to the ABC to be bid. Subcontracts or subcontracting is not allowed. Clarification and amendment of bidding documents. Requests for clarification should be formalized, addressed, and emailed to the BAC Secretariat, back@dict.gov.ph, and back.secretariat@dict.gov.ph. Deadline for the request for clarification is scheduled on May 1, 2026 at 4 p.m. Copies of supplemental bid bulletins, if any, shall be posted at the PhilJEP's website, the DICT website, and bulletin board at the DICT lobby. Language of bids. The eligibility requirements or statements, the bids, and all other documents to be submitted to BAC must be in English. If the eligibility requirements or statements, the bids, and all other documents submitted to the BAC are in foreign language other than English, it must be accompanied by a translation of the documents in English. For contracting parties to the apostille conventions, the documents shall be authenticated through an apostille by the competent authority as defined in Section 20.9.2 of the IRR, except for countries identified by the DFA that will require legalization or red ribbon by the relevant embassy or consulate. Checklist of technical and financial documents. 1. Technical component envelope. 1. PhilJEP Certificate of Registration. Platinum membership. 2. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC similar to the contract to be bid except under conditions provided for in Section 52.4.1.3 of IRR of RA 12009 with the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents. Any of the following documents must be submitted together with the statement of single largest completed contract. A. End user's acceptance. B. Official receipt. C. Sales invoice for the contract. D. NFCC computation or committed line of credit. LOC. 4. Statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. 5. If applicable, JVA or in the absence of JBA, duly notarized statements from all potential JV partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the event that the bid is successful. 6. Original copy of bid security in the form of a surety bond. Submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. Note, bidders who opt to submit bid securing declaration as a form of bid security are required to use bid securing declaration form in the attached bidding documents. 7. Schedule of requirements. 8. Technical specification, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, or after-sales service or parts if applicable. In line with Section 7 hereof, Number 1, dealer's permit shall be submitted upon the submission of the bidding documents. 2, service center permit shall be submitted upon the submission of bidding documents. 3, UAT plan shall be submitted upon the submission of bidding documents. 4, authorized reseller certificate shall be submitted upon the submission of bidding documents. 9, original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and, if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. And 10, for foreign bidders claiming eligibility by reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights to Filipinos, a certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in their government procurement activities for the same item or product. Financial documents envelope. 1. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. 2. original duly signed and accomplished price schedule. 3. Certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity. Bid and payment currency. Payment of the contract price shall be made in Philippine peso. Bid price use the proper form of for goods offered within the Philippines or goods offered from abroad if in indicating price schedule. Bid validity. Bids shall remain valid for the period specified in the BDS which shall not exceed 120 calendar days from the date of the opening of bids. Bid security. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the BDS. Format and signing of bids. Bidders shall submit their bids through their duly authorized representative using the appropriate forms provided in Section 8 Philippine bidding document related forms on or before the deadline specified in the ITB Clause 19 in two separate sealed bid envelopes. Forms as mentioned in ITB Clause 17.1 must be completed without any alterations to their format. No substitute form shall be accepted. Each and every page of the bid form, including the price schedule under Section 8, shall be signed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Failure to do so shall be ground for the rejection of the bid. Any insertions, erasures, or overwriting shall be valid only if they are signed or initialed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Sealing and marking of bids. 2. DICT, Department of Information and Communications Technology from name of the bidder in capital letters, address of the bidder in capital letters, project, supply and delivery of deployable land mobile radio gateway for the Government Emergency Communication System or GECS. Bid reference number DICT back dash 2026-026. In capital letters indicate the phrase do not open before 11 May 2026 at 12 noon. Each bidder shall submit one original and 2 copies of the required documents. Deadline for the submission of bids. Deadline for the submission of bids is on May 11 at 12 noon. Opening of bids is on May 11 at 1:30 p.m. Reminding bidders to kindly break down all the costs of taxes pursuant to Section 61.2 of the IRR of RA 12009, to wit, all bidders shall be required to include the cost of all taxes, such as but not limited to value-added tax, VAT, income tax, local taxes, and other fiscal levies and duties which shall be itemized in the bid form and reflected in the detailed estimates. Such bids, including said taxes, shall be the basis for the bid evaluation and comparison. Members of the BAC and its staff and personnel, secretariat, and TWG, as well as observers, are prohibited from making or accepting any communication with any bidder regarding the evaluation of their bids until the issuance of the notice of award. However, the BAC, through its secretariat, may ask the bidder in writing for clarification of its bids. All responses to requests for clarification shall be in writing. Opening and preliminary examination of bids. The manner of opening of the bids for goods shall depend on the award criterion to be adopted. For LCRB and MIRB, the BAC shall open the technical and financial proposal on the same day. Bid data sheet. Number 1. Contracts similar to the project shall be supply and delivery of deployable land mobile radio gateway for the Government Emergency Communication System or GECS. Completed within 3 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Number 2. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid security declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. Amount 317,825. Form of bid security: cash, cashier's, manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit and surety bond.
post-qualification documents. The bidder within 5 calendar days from receipt of notice from the back that it submitted the LCD, need, and MAB shall submit all the eligibility documents supporting its field of certification of registration, platinum membership, its latest income and business tax returns filed for the preceding quarter, which should not be earlier than 2 quarters from the date of the submission and receipt of bid, and all the appropriate licenses and permits required by law as stated in the BDS. Forms. Schedules of technical requirements, technical specification, bid form, bid schedule for goods offered abroad, price schedule for goods offered within the Philippines, bid securing declaration, omnibus return statement, performance securing declaration. Reminders to bidders. The clock at the DICT lobby using the Philippine Standard Time is the official reference time during submission and receipt of bids. A member of the back secretariat will be assigned to receive the bid documents at the DICT lobby and shall stamp this as received. Bidders are reminded that entry inside the DICT premises is subject to the safety protocol in place, and processing of payment for the bidding documents prior to the submission of the actual bid offer may take time. Presence in the DICT premises does not constitute submission on time, which shall refer to the actual handover of the bid proposal to the authorized personnel of the back secretariat. Reminders to bidders, requests for clarification should be formalized, addressed, and emailed to the back secretariat back@dict.gov.ph and back.secretariat@dict.gov.ph. Deadline for the request for clarification is on May 1, 2026 at 4 p.m. Deadline for the submission of bid is on May 11, 2026 at 12 noon. Copies of the supplemental bid bulletins, if any, shall be posted at the PhilJEP's website, the ICT website, and bulletin board at the ICT lobby. Common cause of ineligibility and disqualification. Invalid PhilJEP certification and underlying supporting documents pursuant to Section 23.2.9.1 of IRR of RA 12009, all Class A eligibility documents indicated in the Annex A of the PhilJEP registration certificate platinum membership must be current, valid, and updated at the time of the bid submission. The failure by the prospective bidder to update its certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate until such time that all expired Class A eligibility document has been updated. Thus, prospective bidders are required to update their PhilJEP registration certificate prior to the submission of their bids. Failure to attach the required supporting documents for the statement of single largest completed contract similar to the project to be bid, and failure to include all the mandatory submissions, submission of unassigned documents, submission of audited financial statement without stamp received of the BIR. If an AFS was filed and paid through Electronic Filing and Payment System, EFPS, there is no need for the stamp received of the BIR. Instead, bidders must submit their proof of AFS e-submission, such as BIR email confirmation receipt of returns documents with its filing reference number and transaction code. Failure to submit the bid securing declaration in the prescribed format attached in the bidding documents, failure to submit bid securing declaration and omnibus one statement without a jurat as required in the form provided in the bidding documents pursuant to the latest rules on notarial practice, failure to indicate compliance in the technical specification, and to attach proof of compliance if applicable. For submission of bids to courier service, bidders are reminded that the courier service personnel must submit the bid proposal to a personnel of the back secretariat division at the office address provided below. Bid submission proposal left by the career service personnel at the lobby guard or any other personnel or staff aside from the authorized back secretariat personnel will not be considered submitted for purposes of bid opening. The responsibility to ensure that the career service personnel submits the bid proposal to the authorized back secretariat personnel is the sole responsibility of the prospective bidder. The property deals.
Accessing the e-procurement website. Open any web browser and go the https://eprocurement.dict.gov.ph. Click the Sign Up button. Provide a valid email address. Create a password with at least 8 alphanumeric characters, 1 uppercase, a number, and a symbol. Repeat your password for confirmation. Tick the checkbox to agree to the terms and conditions, and click Create Account button. Open the email account that you provided during registration, check your inbox, and verify your account by following the instructions in the email. Click Activate Your Account button. Go back to the e-procurement system and enter your registered email address and password. Click Login button, and you will be redirected to the onboarding page. Input your personal information and click Next button. Input your company information and click Next button. Review the information you provided and click Confirm button. Once onboarded, you will be redirected to the homepage/dashboard. Select the procurement project you wish to participate in by clicking the View Complete Details button. Select the lot you wish to participate and click Participate in Bidding button. A confirmation modal will appear. Review the details, click the Confirm button, and you will be redirected to the payment window. Select your preferred payment method from the list and click Pay Now button. Print and save the receipt as proof of payment and for reference. You may also check your email to view your receipt. Click the Go Back to Merchant button. You will be redirected to the My Transactions page, where a list of your transactions will be displayed.
Technical, technical specification. That would be all from the back set. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. To Vice Chair, with regards to the presentation of the technical specifications, considering that the bidding documents are already available online, may we ask the prospective bidder if they have already reviewed the specifications or if they would prefer the end user to provide a presentation of the technical specifications? Or we can just proceed with the question and answer portion.
We can proceed po sa question and answer. Thank you.
Mr. Dave, thank you po. Mr. Chair, given that the bidder have already reviewed the specification, with your permission po to proceed with the question and answer portion. Reminders lang po to the bidder, you may now raise your question or clarification if there are any. And please raise the hand po before raising your question. And as for the end user naman po, please present the posted bidding documents and make a walkthrough in response to the bidder's query. Thank you. Yes po, Mr. Diaz.
Okay, thank you. So for the item 1.13, meron po kayong requested na radio cables. Indicated po yung mga radio brands like Motorola, Hytera, Kenwood, Icom, Codan, and other brands available in the regions. So, request ko po sana if possible we can be more specific kung anong brand and particular model para yung isusupply na cable is exactly match dun sa intended radio model. Yun lang po.
Okay po, Mr. Dave. For the end user po, please present the posted bidding documents po before responding to the bidder's query. Thank you. Sir Dave, can you repeat po what particular item po in the bidding documents po yung concerning nyo again?
Item 1.13.
Thank you, sir.
Ayan po, indicated po yung mga radio brands. Pero pag brand po kasi, ano po siya tawag nito, hindi siya specific model. So we need to identify po kung handheld, anong brand and model, particular models po.
End user po, please respond. Yes, sir, Oliver.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir Dave, if we could give na lang yung list kasi we need to know din yung yung pagkakabitan niya. If we could give you the list na lang po or mag-issue kami ng bid bulletin, something like that, to indicate all the brands and specific model of the unit na pwedeng ikabit yung mga cables.
Yes, sir. Okay po. Kasi indicated din po yung other brands available in other regions. So I assume pati dun sa mga, baka may mga other regions po kayo na may requested cable model sila. So paki-indicate na din po yung mga models na pwedeng i-request ng other regions. Yun po.
Yes po. Kasi iba-iba rin po kasi yung mga brands nila.
Okay, sir. Thank you po.
Sir Dave, do you have any questions for clarifications for other items?
Siguro po other concern ko po yung duration, yung under 2.7.1. Ang requirement nyo po is 60 calendar days. Kasi po actually, ang manufacturing date po niyan from US is 120 days. So plus logistics. So definitely baka mahirapan po yung 60 days.
End user, please. Yes, sir, go ahead po.
Thank you very much for the information, Sir Dave. We'll discuss this with na lang, sir, with others, my superiors. Kasi may pressure din sa amin na i-deliver siya before yung typhoon season eh. So we'll issue a bid bulletin na lang on this matter. Pero will be taken noted naman yung yung issue and yung concern mo, and we'll just discuss this na lang with the higher ups namin. Yeah, sir, thank you.
Okay, copy sir. Thank you po. We can din po as option, we can lend you a service unit kung sakaling, kaya lang isa lang po yung service unit ko. So kung kailangan nyo po ng advanced unit, we can provide po siguro service unit.
Sige sir, noted din po yung service unit.
Yun lang naman po ang mga concerns ko po. Thank you po.
Thank you po, Sir Dave. Mr. Chair, given that no more questions from our prospective leader, permission to proceed po with the presentation of the final reminders.
Please proceed. Thank you.
Reminders to bidders, request for clarification should be formalized and addressed and emailed to BAC Secretariat at bac@dict.gov.ph and bac.secretariat@dict.gov.ph. Deadline for the request for clarification is on May 1, 2026, 4 p.m. Again po, on May 1, 2026, 4 p.m. Deadline for the submission of bids is on May 11, 2026 at 12 p.m. Copies of the supplemental bid bulletins, if any, shall be posted at the PhilSHEP's website, the DICT website, and the DICT bulletin board at the DICT lobby. That is all po for the final reminders. Mr. Chair, since there are no more other concerns for this matter, we would like to thank our prospective bidder, Mr. Dave De La Torre, for joining us today. You may visit the DICT's official YouTube channel, Department of ICT Philippines, for the copy of these proceedings. Mr. Vicer, that is all for the side of the BAC Secretariat for this agenda. Having no other matters to be discussed, you may now conclude this meeting. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, BACSEC and end user, and also to our respective leader. Any motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Vice Chair. Thank you.
Second motion po.
All right. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.